credit card companies are pulling back on these cashback rewards and other similar programs. As banks are struggling to pay bills, they're offering less incentives. And Chris Markowski, the watchdog on Wall Street, joins us today. It's Tuesday. It must be Chris's day. How you doing?
Very well. How about yourself?
Not too bad. Let's talk about credit cards a little bit. There is record debt out there. People are they're overextended on their credit cards. But when the credit card companies start pulling back some of their offers like this, circling the wagon, so to speak, what recourse do we have as consumers with our credit cards? What can we do?
Well, in regards to some of the cashback rewards, and I remember one of my credit cards, they gave a great deal for companion tickets with airlines that they pulled back. And it wasn't just a credit card. The airlines probably were involved with that as well. There's not really much you can do there. There are certain things in regards to when they go about raising interest rates, they'll send you a letter. You have to try to manage your credit cards in the senses, I try to put everything on my credit cards every single month because I want all the points. So if I need a new piece of furniture or something like that, I'll get the Pottery Barn gift certificates or whatever it may be. You just have to make sure you pay them off in full every single month and get them under control.
Now, I know a lot of people have been getting letters from credit card companies saying that they are raising the rates now because of the bad economy. Do we have any recourse there? Do we have any options? I have heard that some people are able to get your interest rate adjusted by just calling and talking to them. Is that a possibility?
It's actually going to be on new purchases. They can't retroactively come back and start raising on prior purchases unless it was already written into the contract if you lower your credit score. You always have to read the fine print in everything you do. Still, even despite the fact that certain credit cards are pulling back, other ones are still getting the offers. I'm still getting the letters in the mail. Other people are still getting the letters in the mail. And you can always, like I said, you can negotiate. You can say, you know what, I'm going to move my balance somewhere else, and some other bank will be more than happy to take your business.
Okay, we have a question that came in from one of our Twitter followers. Her name is Rebecca Reedy from St. Petersburg, and she asked this question about credit cards. Is it better to focus on one credit card at a time when paying off debt? Yeah, what should you do there? That's a pretty good question.
It's a great question. There's a psychological aspect to this as well. What I suggest people doing is, well, obviously you want to be paying on all your credit cards, but you want to try to get one of them paid off. You always focus on your smallest one first, and then you slowly but surely work your way up, because then you're slowly knocking things out. All right, I got one thing done, I'm on to the next one. And there's a psychological aspect of actually overcoming obstacles that helps you along.
Is it better to have your debt spread over many cards, or should it all be on one?
It's better not to have any.
Well, obviously that's the best one.
Yeah, you want to try to consolidate it, and obviously try to keep it together as best as possible. To have them all over the place, sometimes it involves a little bit more bookkeeping and accounting, and can allow yourself to get out of control.
Okay, we're going to change the subject just a little bit. The Treasury Department has said that the government's running a record deficit. We know that. How does that? The record deficit now approaching, I guess, $1 trillion and more than that?
1.2, actually.
Okay. How does that affect the average guy like us at home, the average wage earner? Do they really see that?
Well, the reality is, with the amount of money that the government's been printing out there, and along with the deficits, if there is going to be an inflationary spike, which there probably will be, going 8, maybe even 12 months down the road, and the dollar becomes devalued, yeah, it can definitely hurt in regards to our purchasing power. But, it's also as well, we need to get this under control for our kids and our grandchildren as well, because we don't want to be saddling them with all this debt.
We're getting close to tax season. Is there anything that we should be doing now? Anything early as far as preparing for, getting your tax return in?
Well, make sure you're getting everything in order, obviously. Take advantage of everything that the government gives you. Make sure that you have a good tax consultant or advisor. Take advantage of those write-downs. You'd be amazed at the amount of people that don't even use the interest on their homes, the mortgage deduction, even on their tax return. It's amazing how they give up all of these benefits that the government gives.
I would think that would be the first thing that comes to mind.
A lot of people don't even bother. They don't even think twice about it, but it's huge.
Wow, it certainly is. All right.